All right, I'm out playing with this funny little Chinese Mini Excavator. Um, got hole here. I've maxed out at 4.5 feet. I think that's the specification for these. Can't get any deeper. I'll bury a couple of barrels for a septic, and then dig a trench this way. Around the corner. And this thing is kind of powerful, kind of not. Amazingly moves these trees around, even lifts them up without completely tipping over. Kind of have to get used to how much it'll tip around, but I mean, never actually felt like it was actually going to flip over or anything, but it's a little unsettling the way it bounces around and whatnot. But yeah, so I used the blade kind of like a little bulldozer and cleaned all this brush and crap through here. But once you hit a little stump or something, it just stops. It can't handle it. And I was trying to find the biggest stump that it would pull up without a ton of digging around, and it's not much. Yeah, it snaps through these types of deals here, but well, that's right there, I think, is about the biggest. It'll just rip it right out of the ground without a problem. Anything bigger, like over here, I'm monkeying around with this, and I just can't get it to break loose. I mean, of course, it's an entire tree like down into the ground. So I'll probably just clean around that and cut it off. So that's good enough, but pushing around with the blade's pretty good. And even any of these big trees, logs, whatever, I even picked them up with the little bucket dealio. So it's pretty sweet, I guess. You get through tight spaces, but actually doing any real, I guess if I owned it and wanted to take 4 times the time to dig something like a basement or something, then you could, but I think they call it a trencher for a reason. Not terrible, not great. Don't think I'd own one. Found somebody to rent this for and deliver it for 2 full days, no hours limit or anything, for $5.50. So, money probably better spent towards buying a machine, but I really wanted to see how powerful it was and not just buy one. And I don't see me buying one unless it was a second machine, because it's cool, but it has limitations that just doesn't quite get you all the way there, especially when I've got stumps, like real stumps to deal with. 12.5, 13, 16, 17-inch stumps like these. I was hoping, but not happening. Because this one right here really has to come out for me to put this lean-to in. I could technically sort of leave that one there, you know, for the time being, but this one has to come out. It's got the lovely poison ivy all over. It's fantastic. Which was one of the benefits of scraping the ground up. It's just got all nasty and grown up. So, yeah, so I've got a hole. I'll extend that hole a little bit more so that 2 barrels basically can fit end to end. And then I think that's what I'm going to do. Can't stand them up. If I lay them down, that'll, you know, be a lot closer to the frost line. Of course, I could shovel dig another couple of feet out of there, so we'll see what happens. But the main thing is digging this long trench over here. Yeah, wells over there. Code is 100 feet apart between a leach field and a well, so that's basically 100 feet right there, plus 110 or so. So, yeah. Disappointing, not disappointing, kind of a mixed bag. But for digging a trench, I think it'll be fine, and at least the pipe itself will be below the frost line. I guess the tanks won't necessarily be below the frost line. It's gonna be close though, so maybe I'll just dig it that little bit more with the shovel just to get under the frost line. I need 3 feet. So yeah, if I dug another foot down with a shovel, I don't know if I really want to get down in that hole though. That's probably not the best idea. I'd be digging around and with a shovel. So anyway, I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, good times. Get yourself a Chinese Mini Excavator.